Welcome back, everybody. It is January 12th, 2023, run streak day 101, and boy is it a cold one. Now the weather app only said it was 25 degrees, which isn't that bad really, but it's windy and it's a cold wind, and I didn't bring my face mask, any face mask of any kind, and the wind is just beating me up. Luckily I found some trees here that I can kind of duck into on the trail and not get hit by the wind so much, but that first mile, whew, it was cold. Probably, if I had to guess, with the wind chill, we're probably at about 10 degrees Fahrenheit or so. I'm a mile and a half in, and I'm just now getting warmed up here, getting to the point where my fingers aren't cold. When it's super cold out, your body basically prioritizes where it pumps your blood to. Your vital organs come first, brain, of course, and other vital organs get priority, and then things like your fingers are last on that list. So it takes a while to keep them warm, or get them warm for that matter. So we're keeping today's run a little shorter than the last few days. We're already at over 20 miles for the week, and we still have the rest of today's run tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, so 4 more days to go, which means I could very easily hit 40 miles or over 40 miles, and I don't really want to do that. I'm still trying to keep it at around 35, just because that's kind of my sweet spot where I'm good, I'm not tired, no soreness, no nothing after doing 35 miles a week over the past, I don't know, couple months or whatever it's been. I think later in the video, because we're over the 100 mark, maybe I'll do a little bit of a recap of the run streak, and I can kind of show you how it went in 2022 as far as what my Strava activities were before the streak, leading up to the streak throughout 2022, and then what the mileage looked like per week after the streak started, and it gradually went up and up. Stay tuned for that. So I know you all have been just itching to hear what Bruce Willis movie we watched last night, and boy, it was an interesting one. It was a newer movie, not a classic one. I want to say it was it 2022? It might have been 2022, so it might have came out last year. Can't recall for sure. I can tell you it was available on Tubi for free to watch, and it was called Corrective Measures. That had Bruce Willis in it, Michael Rooker, who is I think he's more famous for like being on The Walking Dead and Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe. Who else is in there? I don't think anybody else that I recognize, but wow, it was strange. It wasn't bad though, it was good, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So the premise is, it's like in the future, there's some sort of nuclear event called like the pulse. Ooh, stepped on a bottle there. There's some sort of a nuclear event called the pulse, and after the pulse, people started like mutating, getting like superpowers, or just like becoming mutants in general. And then these guys basically get locked up into a max security prison for mutants, and Bruce Willis is like the most powerful one. I think his character's name is the Lobe. But yeah, basically, eventually Bruce Willis architects like a prison break, a riot within the prison that allows him time to unfold his plan and escape. Yeah, it was good. I would say, you know, if you haven't seen it, give it a shot. It was better than the high school president one, for sure. 100% for sure. right, we're back. Made it back. It ended up being 5 miles, just barely over 5 miles, like 5.02. Pace today was a little bit slower than the last few days, just because we were trying to tone it down a little bit, both pace-wise and mileage-wise. Easier run here for midweek, basically. Pace today was 8 minutes and 43 seconds, so still not super slow. I could always go slower if I want to take it easier, but I'm finding that like between 8:45 and 9 minutes is easy enough. Like, I don't really need to go any slower than that at this point, and I'm still, you know, feeling good the next day and ready to go for the next day of the run streak. So yeah, it's working out well so far. Stay tuned for the run streak recap later. We'll definitely do that. Don't know if I'm going to do the whole what I eat in a day type of thing, because it's going to be very similar stuff to what I've shown lately, like oatmeal for breakfast, probably like soup and salad for lunch, and then I know we're doing oven roasted potatoes for dinner tonight, which, I mean, I've shown that several times. I might do it just because, but if you don't see it, stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll have some better stuff as far as meals go. We got some better stuff planned for tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs, get warmed up, get started with my day. All right, we're getting dinner going here. We got some potatoes in here, some carrots, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. Normally we would throw some tofu in here as well, but we're just sticking with potatoes. I also got a little bit of rice and corn cooking there to have as like a little bit of a side dish. And for the potatoes, we seasoned it with some vegetable broth and the onion soup mix, and also threw in just a little bit of this red garlic as well. And I put some of this into the rice as well. So we'll see how this is. We haven't actually tried this yet, but it smells really good. It should be really good. All right, the potatoes are all done. Looking pretty good. We're gonna get them dished up and ready to eat. All right, there's dinner all done. Got the potatoes, the vegetables, threw the rice on the side there. The rice actually came out really good. Don't really know why I made rice and potatoes, because usually it's just one or the other, but I figured why not. It sounded good at the time, and it ended up being a good combination actually. Okay, so we're gonna take a look back at 2022 and how running went for me in 2022 leading up to the run streak. So we're at January, you can see down here, January of 2022, as you can see. And this is where we're starting to come back from injury here. So we're starting low. We start with one run here. Then we got 6 miles the next week, 15 miles the week after that, 18 miles, 19, almost 22, 21 there. So we're going pretty good there. And then February hits here. March, we got 11 miles there. More or less right around this area here, I start to have more knee pain. I was dealing with a knee injury at the time, kind of like a recurring knee injury that had been bugging me for a while. And then as you can see, after March, whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. No, just blank, blank, blank. We're going up here. June, look at that. We ran a mile with Inga here in June, so that was good. And then a whole lot of blankness there. Short trail run at Browns Woods, 3 miles in July. Keep it going here. August, we got a couple runs here. We do 10 miles this week, almost 11 miles actually. And then 8 miles this week, 9 miles, 4 miles. More or less, as you can see, there wasn't many weeks that I was doing, you know, even 20 plus miles, let alone 30. I hadn't even broken into 30 until the streak started. Now, right here, October 3rd through the 9th, this is where the streak starts. Right here, this is the first one. And so this week, this is the first week of the run streak here. We go, now as you can see here, we go 4 miles, 3 miles, bam, 22.43 miles. Pretty big leap there, considering I hadn't had a 20-mile week since what? I think January, or maybe very early February. I think it was January. Next week after that, 26.74 miles. Next week, 28.65. Then we finally get up above 30, 30.93. And then we dip down a little bit here, 28.51, 31.15, 36. Now we're up a little bit higher even. Another 30, another 30, 34.58. And we just continue to keep going up or hovering right around that between 30 and 35 mile mark. Here we hit 37.14. That was a good week for us there.
This is last week actually, 36.78 miles. And this is the current week that we're on right now. So we got 3 days left in the week and we're already at 23.13 miles. So again, as you can see, leading up to the streak, there wasn't a whole lot of running going on in 2022. A little bit in January, then we got re-injured, more or less rested the rest of the year. I did do some bike riding and stuff like that in the summer, but as far as running goes, not so much. Then the streak started and we pretty much just went bananas and yeah, started running 30 plus miles a week. When was the last time we were below 30? Let's go back down here. The October 31st through November 6th week was the last week that we were below 30 miles. So that's pretty cool. Not a bad little milestone there. And this week will probably be, if I had to guess, I'm probably gonna end up doing at least 15 more miles. So it'll probably be like 38-ish, possibly 40, depending on, you know, if I do 6 instead of 5 miles on a couple of these days, we'll see. But I'm hoping to end it around 37, 38 miles for the week. All right, well, that was a recap of the year of 2022 and a recap of basically how the mileage has went through the run streak so far. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified for new videos. Until tomorrow, everybody, take care.